Hello students, teachers, parents, history nerds, hello everybody, and welcome to Nutshelled History, where we lay out the facts, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Today, we are going to continue our medieval/early modern world history series by looking at the Crusades. Don't forget that there's a link for a fill-in-the-blank worksheet in the description. I just ask that you like and subscribe. I apologize for any mispronunciations ahead of time. I do my best. Okay, let's do this. In the 1000s, Muslims controlled the Holy Land in Palestine. When Muslims began harassing Christian pilgrims to these lands, the Pope called on Christians to take back these lands in organized military campaigns called Crusades. Over the next few centuries, these campaigns would reshape both Europe and the Middle East. The First Crusade. In the late 1000s, the Muslim rulers of the Holy Land threatened the Christian city of Constantinople. In response, the Byzantine emperor asked Pope Urban II for help. In 1095, Urban called for a crusade to free the Holy Land. He called on soldiers of Christ to defend Constantinople and liberate Jerusalem. Crusaders accepted many sacrifices to travel the long and dangerous trip. By 1099, the Crusaders had captured Jerusalem and established 4 Crusader states in the Holy Land. The Crusaders also turned back the Muslim advance on Constantinople. Second and Third Crusades. When Muslims began to reverse some of the First Crusade's achievements, Europeans launched more crusades. None, however, matched the victories of the first. Despite backing from Europe's monarchs, the Second Crusade failed. The Third Crusade, organized by rulers of England, France, and Germany, also failed. It did, however, end with a truce that left Christian pilgrims free to travel to Jerusalem. The Fourth and later Crusades. During the Fourth Crusade, Christian soldiers captured and looted the rich Byzantine capital of Constantinople in 1204. The Pope was furious, and the Byzantines never forgave the Latin Christians. Although several more crusades were launched, the Crusaders were slowly forced out of the Holy Land. Finally, in 1291, Egyptian Muslims defeated the last Crusader state. How did religious persecutions arise? In Europe, the religious fervor against Muslims inspired by the Crusades turned into brutal attacks against all non-Christians. Jews who would not convert to Christianity were often killed. Even groups of Christians who believed in various heresies, beliefs rejected by official church doctrine, were attacked, fined, or exiled. In the 1200s, Pope Gregory X created the Inquisition, a series of investigations designed to find and judge heretics. Accused heretics, and later Jews, faced punishments ranging from whipping to imprisonment to execution. What were the effects of the Crusades? Although the Crusades failed to achieve their goal of forcing the Muslims out of the Holy Land, they did change Europe forever. Both peasants and nobles saw different lands, new people, and other ways of living and thinking. They returned home from the Crusades with spices, silk, and other rare goods to trade. To meet demands for these goods, European traders began trading with Asia, which in turn inspired further exploration of the world. Cultural exchange between East and West took place, and Muslim ideas helped Europeans make great advances in the sciences and the arts. And now a recap. So in the 1000s, the Pope decided that Christian pilgrims getting harassed in the Holy Land was just not it. So he rallied up some knights for what became a centuries-long adventure series called the Crusades. The First Crusade was like a blockbuster hit, capturing Jerusalem, creating Crusader states, and saving Constantinople. But then the sequels? Total flops. The Second and Third Crusades had Europe's kings involved, but they still couldn't quite get it together. Though they did score a truce with the Muslims, kind of like when you quit a video game in frustration, but tell your friends, yeah, I meant to do that. The Fourth Crusade went full-on plot twist when Christian soldiers sacked their own allies in Constantinople, leaving the Pope mad, the Byzantines holding grudges, and the Muslims eventually winning back everything by 1291. Oh, and Europe's newfound religious fervor? It led to some serious persecution of Jews, heretics, and anyone else they didn't like during the Inquisition. On the plus side, though, Europeans did come home with some fancy spices and an urge to explore new routes to get their hands on more. So, not a total loss. There you have it, folks. That is the Crusades nutshelled. Thanks for stopping by Nutshelled History. I'm on a crusade to get more likes and subscribes, so please join my crusade. Would you have been a crusader back then? Let us know in the comments down below. See y'all next time on Nutshelled History.